This is the book of Matthew, chapter 17, Salakia, chapter 7, verse 15. It says, "Beware of false prophets, which shall come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravaging wolves." First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father's only God and Son, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM. Double honors to our apostles and elders in Great Millstone, teaching us His truth according to the Bible and will well. Not shall one know the sincere Akim, throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing His truth through diligence and sincerity and in charity. And thus shall one know you sincere followers, believers of YAHAWASHI, not His the word, but doers as well, you men, women, and children all for elect. Shalom. And shalom to all the Akim. If I didn't say that, pushing this truth through diligence and sincerity and charity. Shalom. All right, this lesson is inspired by the elders from the DC camp, and was going into they had some guy come up to the camp talking about he's YAHAWASHI pretty much, and instantly precepts come in your head, and the elders and the brother the choir, they was doing their thing on the lesson, and I'm just gonna land back off of it. You got to beware of let me turn my tea off. Salakia. Give me 1 second. I got some tea brewing. All right. Go ahead and turn that off. All right. Salakia. So in these latter days, you're going to have a lot of false prophets, which means not true. Okay. They play the part, but they're not really the prophets of the Lord. And this is something that you got to understand and got to really filter through. That's why, the water YAHAWASHI for our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right. This is another beware video of these false prophets. All right. This is Matthew 7 and 15. Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing. They look harmless, because a sheep is harmless. It looks harmless. All right. But inwardly, they are ravaging wolves. Yeah, because they're looking to deceive you. All right. And you're going to see a lot of that in these latter days. The guy was talking about, he was the way pretty much. And, the elders, the apostles, have seen that already, man. All right. Have seen that already. And look, we've seen it in our camps. All right. But you got to beware of them, man. This is Jeremiah 17. Not 17. Let's go to let's go to Jeremiah 14th chapter, because this is another chapter where it talks about false prophets, and Jeremiah going into these people. Matter of fact, let's just read it. Jeremiah 14. And I started Let's start at 11. It says, "Then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people, for their good." All right, because Jake was wicked, and Jake is wicked up until this very day. All right, you see things happen to Jake, judgment play out, and sometimes you feel bad, but at the end of the day, we can't pray for them, because they gotta get their just reward for them being wicked. Verse 12, "When they fast, I will not hear their cry, and when they offer burnt offerings and oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them by the sword and by the famine and by the pestilence. Then said I, O Lord, Yahawah, behold, the prophets say unto them, ye shall not see the sword, neither shall ye have famine, but I will give you assurance of peace, assured peace in this place." Right. And you have a lot of guys prophesying, there's not gonna be no Jacob's trouble, peaceful times and things of that nature. But that's not what the scriptures say. Remember Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets of old, all right, prophesy of destruction against nations, all right. And that's the same thing we're doing. We're reading on verse 14. Then said the Lord unto me, the prophets would prophesy lies in my name. I sent them not. Yet the Lord didn't send them. It says, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught, and the deceit of the heart. It says, verse 15, therefore thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. By sword and famine shall those prophets be consumed. All right. Because the Lord was speaking through Jeremiah that things was going to happen. And you have false prophets out there saying that these things wasn't going to happen. Well, according to Ezekiel, the 12th chapter, these prophecies that are written in the scriptures that hasn't been fulfilled yet will happen in your lifetime. Such as Jeremiah 30th chapter, start at verse 4, Jacob's trouble. Okay. Second Ezra 15 and 16, famines, pestilence, wars. Okay, those things are going to happen. That's why it's very important to read. That's why it's very important to read. Let's grab this real fast. This is 1 John 4 and 1. It says, beloved, which is talking to the hopeful elect, right? Believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahawah, because many false prophets are going out into the world. That's right. And when you saw that guy on the clip, this dude had his head covered. He had on a cowboy hat. He had, I believe he had long hair. All right. It's completely going off. Completely going off. That's why the scriptures say you can't believe everybody, man. Because the Lord wouldn't come back like that. And he was talking about how he rose from the ground and all this. No, that's not how the Lord's coming back. The Lord's coming back on a chariot. All right. What's that? A revelation, every eye shall see me, even those that pierced them, right? This is 1 John chapter 4, verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirit. And that's what the elders was doing. That's what the brothers were doing on highways and byways. It was trying that spirit, all right, with what? The scriptures. But whether they are of Yahawah, because many false prophets are going out into the world. That's right, man. To what? To deceive the undesirables. To deceive the undesirables, man. Okay? Grab two more and wrap it up. This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. But there were false prophets among the people, amongst Israel, right? And look, there's no new thing upon the sun. Okay? It says, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon them swift destruction. That's right, man. A lot of guys that know about this truth, all right, bringing in lies, denying the Lord, all right, until what? Swift destruction come upon them. Because remember, the Lord told us in Ezekiel, he's going to start in his house first. Okay, Ezekiel 9th chapter. So the ones of our people, these false prophets, these false teachers among us, okay, the Lord's going to jack them up. The Lord's going to jack them up, man. So let's close out on one last one. Let's go to... Let's go to Micah. Let's go to Micah. This is the book of Micah chapter 3, verse 11. It says, the heads thereof, the heads of who? The heads of Israel, right? Judge for reward. Your Al Sharptons, your Jesse Jacksons, all the so-called leaders, of these so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, Native Americans, right? It says, Micah 3:11, the heads thereof judge for reward. There's a lot of reason why they teach us for a reward. And who's that reward coming from? Esau. It says, and the priests thereof teach for hire, and the prophets thereof divine for money. Yet will they lean upon the Lord and say, is not the Lord among us? None evil can come upon us. That's right. So, a lot of these false prophets are bought and paid for, man. And they're leading the flock astray. That's why they're leading the flock astray. So just as you have teachers, you have to be reading for yourself so you know these things, man. The Lord said he would give pastors according to his heart, which shall feed you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. But you got to also read as well. Okay, going back to Revelation 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth. Favor is that man and woman that readeth. Okay, and child. Because you got ravishing wolves out here in sheep's clothing looking to take your crown. They know they're not. They know they don't have a seat on the chariot, so they weren't looking to take somebody down with them. So Lord willing, bless us, edifying. Until next time I say shalom.